Dear Esther, I have now driven the stretch of the M5 between Exeter and Bristol over 21 times. But although I have all the reports and all the witnesses, and have cross-referenced them within a millimetre using my Ordnance Survey maps, I simply cannot find the location. You'd think there would be marks to serve as some evidence. It's somewhere between the turn-off for Sanford and the welcome brake services. But although I can always see it in my rear-view mirror, I have as yet been unable to pull ashore.
I wonder if that's him looking for the location of where the car crash was. Looking for skid marks, trying to piece it all together himself. Oh wow, mind blown. I wonder if there's a chance that he's not dead or dying. Is he by Esther's bedside? It would kind of make sense, wouldn't it, if he met Paul, who had aged because of the responsibility of knocking over whoever the narrator's wife is, Esther. Because he said about the dented bonnet. I don't know. It's pretty sad either way. So I wonder what this boat's to do with everything anyway, so we'll slowly make our way over here. Just don't want to miss anything. Okay. I'm trying to think of metaphors. So, is his life a shipwreck? Is this to signalise the crash? Pull ashore to see the wreckage which was caused. I'm just clutching at straws, to be honest. Not seen anything strange in the content of the shipwreck to indicate that that's what it's trying to hint towards. The howling wind's scary. So it howls louder. Thank you, game. Oh, what's that?
There must be a hole in the bottom of the boat. How else could new hermits have arrived?
Little did he eat nor drink. What could that mean, guys? Little did he eat nor drink. And neither. Is that to say that it was a drink driver and he didn't drink a lot? Is that the service station? And that's what the... I don't know. I'm not even going to try and figure that out. It's just so enticing sometimes to just sit there for absolutely ages and try and work out what possibly wasn't designed to be worked out. I'm assuming I can't walk into this boat. Yeah, something's blocking me. Oh wow, it's gonna be around there, isn't it? Long walk. Sorry guys. Even though the graphics on this ship aren't amazing, it still just looks right in the landscape. I don't think we're missing any clues though. Oh, anything in here? I'm just hoping it's not something that's going to jump out at me. I do wonder if I'm possibly overthinking, which is a common trait of myself, to be honest. Maybe I should just walk and listen. Just hold W and just go forward. Maybe then it'd start to make more sense. Maybe, just maybe. You don't want to climb cliffs? Lazy bugger. So much foliage. Puts Call of Duty to shame. Puts most games to shame, to be honest, considering it's running on the old engine, which is Source. Hey. I just want to have my eyes everywhere at once and make sure I don't miss anything at all, as insignificant as it may seem. I didn't even notice that boat over there. I'm sure you guys probably did, but...
It's only at night that this place makes any sluggish effort at life. You can see the buoy and the aerial. I've been taking to sleeping through the day in an attempt to resurrect myself. I can feel the last days drawing upon me. There's little point now in continuation. There must be something new to find here. Some nook or some cranny that offers a perspective worth clinging to. I've burnt my bridges. I've sunk my boats and watched them go to water.
See, now that's making it sound like this is the guy which is in the hospital bed. But I don't know. I think it may be trying to trick us. Oh my god, it's over there. I've just come all the way over here for nothing. Dang it. Wait. 1, 2. That's too slow to be a heart rate. If that was a heart rate, that should be going about 60. Or I don't know if you're in a coma, does it go slower? Is 30 or 40 beats per minute normal for a coma patient? I was thinking that that might be representing a heart rate monitor. That could be though, I suppose. I'm pretty sure that one bird that we saw flying over was significant as well somehow. However, obviously, as of yet, I have not deciphered the hidden metaphor within the bird.
I had kidney stones and you visited me in the hospital. After the operation, when I was still half submerged in anesthetic, your outline and your speech both blurred. Now my stones have grown into an island and made their escape, and you have been rendered opaque by the car of a drunk.
Oh, so there was an opaque. So it might not have been a car crash. Opaque. I don't know, you know, I'm still thinking that Esther's the one who's dying. As crazy as that might sound. What's down here? It's a big hole.
Is this what Paul saw through his windscreen? Not Lot's wife looking over her shoulder, but a scar in the hillside, falling away to black forever.
So am I Lot? Lot's wife. So Lot's wife is who was hit. I'm so confused. So confused. Oh wow, there's a house. Oh, this is the cover art. This is like almost exactly where the screenshot for the game's been taken. That's cool.
I've begun my ascent on the windless slope of the western side. The setting sun was an inflamed eye squeezing shut against the light shone in by the doctors. My neck is aching through constantly craning my head up to track the light of the aerial. I must look downwards, follow the path under the island to a new beginning.
Okay, so there's some hospital equipment. Bandages. I don't know. I reckon it's a placebo. That beacon's probably got nothing to do with this. And they're just trying to make you focus on it to trick you. Why? I don't know.
The bothy was constructed originally in the early 1700s. By then, shepherding had formalized into a career. The first habitual shepherd was a man called Jakobsen, from a lineage of migratory Scandinavians. He was not considered a man of breeding by the mainlanders. He came here every summer whilst building the bothy, hoping eventually that becoming a man of property would secure him a wife and a lineage. Donnelly records that it did not work. He caught some disease from his malcontented goats and died 2 years after completing it. There was no one to carve white lines into the cliff for him either.
Some really mixed up religious messages, really, isn't there? These houses still make me nervous.
My heart is landfill. These false dawns waking into the still never light. I sweat for you in the small hours and wrap my blankets into a mass. I have always heard the waves break on these lost shores, always the gulls forgotten. I can lift this bottle to my ear, and all there ever is for me is this Hebridean music.
Anything of interest? Them foldings are strange. Oh. Is that an ultrasound? don't think that's a baby, is it? No. I wonder if that's to represent the kidney stones. Oh, there's another one. I don't know what that represents. I can't see it clearly enough. I don't know, guys. There's one more building around here, isn't there? It's the same picture from the cave. Oh, what's that noise? Something like static interference. What is that chemical compound thing again? So I got a little bit of lag then, guys. Don't know what from. Let's just follow the road. Yeah, that's like a scary drop. Don't want to go down there. I'm so confused, to be honest. So confused. The waves crashing. Can't see anything strange from here. Well, obviously everything's strange, but you know what I mean.
What to make of Donnelly, the laudanum and the syphilis? It is clearly not how he began, but I've been unable to discover if the former was a result of his visiting the island or the force that drove him here. For the syphilis, a drunk driver smashing his insides into a pulp as he stumbled these paths, I can only offer my empathy. We're all victims of our age. My disease is the internal combustion engine and the cheap fermentation of yeast.
So you're the drunk driver, not the other guy. Okay. Now it is even more confusing. That did not help me out at all. But I suppose that could mean that I hit Esther. Paul is Esther's wife? Husband? I don't know.
They found Jakobsen in early spring. The thaw had only just come. Even though he'd been dead nearly 7 months, his body had been frozen right down to the nerves and had not even begun to decompose. His fingernails were raw and bitten to the quick. They found the phosphorescent moss that grows in the caves deep under the nails. Whatever he'd been doing under the island when his strength began to fail is lost. He'd struggled halfway up the cliff again, perhaps in a delirium, perhaps trying to reach the Bothy's fire before curling into a stone and expiring.
Now that has got to be the most depressing line that I've heard all week. Shepherdson. Okay guys, this is not what's going on at all. I honestly don't believe this is what's going on. But it kind of reminds me as if somebody had died. And if you've ever watched anything like NCIS or CSI, and the MEs talk to the dead bodies, it's kind of what I'm imagining. But I know it's not that, I'm just saying, kind of what it feels like.
Climbing down to the caves, I slipped and fell and have injured my leg. I think the femur is broken. It is clearly infected. The skin has turned a bright, tight pink, and the pain is crashing in on waves, winter tides against my shoreline, drowning out the ache of my stones. I struggled back to the bothy to rest, but it has become clear that there is only one way this is likely to end. The medical supplies I looted from the trawler have suddenly found their purpose. They will keep me lucid for my final ascent.
That was scary as fuck. That music was horrible. I'm half expecting something to be here. Books. Okay, so now this is interesting, guys, because these are Hebridean or Hebridean, I don't even know how you pronounce it, history books, which would explain some of the stuff that has been spouting out about these people. I'm starting to wonder if I've just been shipwrecked and the guy's cracking up. Maybe thinking about how he would have changed things. Maybe he killed a woman. Maybe that's it. Okay, guys, I'm making my first attempt at saying I think I know what has happened. I could be very wrong. Some people could tell me if they know otherwise, but I am who I am. In the past, I had a horrible car crash. And I killed a woman named Esther. I then became a lighthouse keeper on the Hebridean Mountains, where I started. And I have hurt myself. I got an infection and there's no way of getting back to the mainland. Because of the infection, I have started cracking up. Got fluorescent paint, which will be used, I'd assume, for certain markings and stuff. And started drawing symbols from my past, reading up on the history of the islands, and purely just losing my mind. It's a very long stretch, but I don't know. Wow. This looks crazy. I'm gonna fall. Does it want me to fall? Surely I shouldn't. Should I try it? Maybe. Uh oh, shit.